Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Ultra Squad, and today this is part 2 of what if Deku was in the apocalypse. Now, I'm sorry I've actually been taking a long Reddit to upload Reddit My Hero. I've been focusing on DXD more, but now I'm actually focusing on the My Hero one, so I'm actually focusing on that one, guys. And yeah, for the Issei Saiyan one, I'm sorry for you guys already have been waiting for that one. I have that already recorded like time ago. It's just that the editing, like I have to properly edit it. Like it takes so long. So anyway, Dre, I'm not gonna have to waste your time. This is part 2, and I hope you guys actually enjoy. Now, the last part we actually left off was actually where Zuko, and Yumi, and Miss Shizune going into the faction, like the faculty office. The moment ready to get there, they have to realize something. Shit! It's actually locked, Izuku would say. God damn it, what are we supposed to do now? Hold up. After that, Izuku right there quietly right there tried to use his electricity right there, trying to actually, somehow break the door right there, not trying to cause too much noise. Eventually he actually did, as like the hinge, the door's locked, it like that pop fell off, not making too much noise. After that, Izuku said like, how about now? As Furion right there, Izuku and Yumi both shoved the door right there, and the door just fly open. The moment right there he and the two of them shoved the door, they immediately attack. One right there tried to actually attack Izuku right there, but Izuku just shot that person away. And another right there tried to, another grabbed Yumi by the neck, slammed her to the wall. As the person was about to attack her, as somebody said like, wait! And they all look, huh? As the person now who actually said wait was actually right there no other than Bakugo. Huh? But Bakugo? Huh? Midoriya? God, just let them go. What the heck are you doing? He was and he would yell as he said that right there like Zuko just covers right there his mouth by his hand like shh, you're gonna attract them. Bakugo just pushes him away. I know that, you freaking idiot. Trying to keep down a low voice. He said like, God damn it, we thought right there you were watching one of them. One of Bakugo goons will actually say. As right there was only two of them who actually attacked right there, Izuku and actually Yumi. God damn it, he actually shot me with his electricity, man. Oh man, I'm gonna be feeling that right there for a week. And he said like, shut up right there, close the door. After right there, the two of them got up right there, they started barricading the door properly right there, putting right there chairs, table on top of the table, things like that right there. So basically right there, the front door was basically fully unbarricaded. And right there, Zuko right there, Yumi and Miss Shizune just sigh in relief, like finally. We thought most of the people right there inside the school were already, eaten. As Bakugo said like, I would actually want to actually let those shitheads right there eat me. Heck, the moment right there I get my power, I'm gonna actually blow them up away. And Zuko just looks at him with white, with the eyebrow raised. Huh? Your power's still not back yet? And Bakugo says like, shut up. I actually really don't know what's actually going on. But right now, for some reason, it's not actually working. Heck, my one's not even working too. Same here. I'm actually surprised your one is working, Izuku. As Izuku said, like, I actually don't know if it's actually, I actually don't know what's going on at this point. But all we actually do know is right there, we need to get the fuck out of this school. His Bakugo starts chuckling. Well, when you get out, what are you supposed to do? Where are you supposed to go? For your notice right there, I actually right there don't see a way out of this school. As right there, Zuko said like, well, for starters right there, we'll either right there go to my parents' house. If you guys want, you guys can actually go and check if your family is actually alright. But right there, have you actually not noticed? It's actually kind of strange. As like Yumi said, like, what's strange? After that, Zuko would just say like, well, for number one, have you guys actually not realized there's no hero, like police signals, no nothing. I have a feeling right that this is not just happening in one place. And Michizuno would say like, wait, so you're saying that nearly the town is actually going through these things as well? And Zuko said like, possibly. And they're actually, as one of Bakugo goons starts laughing. Come on right there, be serious. You really think that this is actually really the apocalypse right there? Come on, there's no way that thing is actually spread around all over town. Those are just things that we see inside movies. Like, trust me, once the actually heroes actually come, they will actually just sort this thing out, even like quickly quickly as like fastly, whatever. Sorry about that. After that, Bakugo just shouts like, "You freaking idiot! Quickly as fastly? Come on, right there. Are you losing brain cells at this point?" As right there, as Zuko will say like, "Well, to be honest, that's actually my theory. If we're at this, like, yo, people getting killed, things left or right, we will obviously hear sirens by now. And plus, look outside. As right there, they will open the window, which like no, not the window, like the blinds, which will actually close, now actually attracting light inside the classroom, just like like for make sure like those dead people right there don't see them or living people, whatever. As right there, they will look outside. They will see like he's right. There's no like sirens, no police cars, no nothing, no heroes. They go to see like the walking corpse. That's right there. Bucko said like I hate to admit it right there, but right there, Nerdy Boy is right over here. So where do you actually plan to go next? If you get out, like I said, we're going to see my family. Like like if it's actually all right. Well, to be honest, they're actually in right there America, so I can't really actually check on them. But heck, I'm just actually going to try to find right that safe place. As Barco said, like, huh, well, you can actually do that. We'll actually find our own way right there out of here. Right, guys? They said, I don't know right there, Bakugo. I think sticking with them is actually a good option. Plus, right there, Zuko Quick works. And also, right there, Numis too. I think it's actually a smart idea. Bakugo will say, like, you shithead can do whatever you want. As right there, 2 hours would pass as, like, Izuku would decide, like, like, he would just pretty much right there start dozing off. He was actually tired, like, and Michizune will hand him right there a bottle right there, like, over right there, sparkling water. He said, like, you right? She said right there, like, like, sitting next to him. He said, like, yeah, just right there, trying to take this all in, people dying, this thing happening. I actually don't know what actually I'm supposed to do at this point. Like, find shelter? Like, which place do I actually have shelter? And basically, I said, like, well, if you want, we can obviously, like, find a safe place, together. I mean, obviously, there's no, we don't know if there's actually any safe shelters, but we could probably find a safe place. As Yumi would actually just come right there, sit next to Izuku, like, hey, if anyone's right there going with Izuku, it's actually gonna be me. But so you can just shoot. And maybe Shizune would just have to have a puff face as Izuku would just like, like after all this, like he would just kind of a little bit blush, like two girls are fighting over him. He said like, well, if we do get out, probably we can, you know, stick by ourselves. I think that's the safe option we have yet. As the girl would just nod their heads right there, as one of Bakugo's friends would just like, huh, hey guys, check this out. Look on the news. As they would just look up. Just to say right, this scene it plays out similar to High School of the Dead. Now guys, I'm not taking the High School of the Dead approach. I'm completely making my own things up. So the news will go on saying right there, like basically it's kind of similar to the one of High School of the Dead, just that I'm gonna change it up. Now the news reporter will say like right here we'll also have right there something to also report for those right there people who cannot use their quirk. This is actually caused right there by some kind of right there ray of white light that happened right there not too long ago. Pretty much right there happened about 4 or 3 hours ago. If anybody right there actually if some people right there got seen this, some people cannot actually use their quirk. Like reporters say right there, people right there with like attack quirks, offense quirks, things like that are not able to be used. People right there who actually have defense, mutation, and also things like that are capable of using their quirks. And like anything else right there, no quirks work. Defense and also right there like mutations are the only things that actually work. People right there quirks are pretty much like like not useful for attacking, they can still work themselves. This is actually the news, but right there, I hope you guys stay safe. Right there, out here, the police are doing everything they can. If you actually want to look for shelter, like the northwest, like the north of right there, the city of like going out of the city is actually providing right there safe zones right there for people to join. So pretty much right there, guys. I actually wish you all good luck. As the news would just ends, as like the people inside the room would just like kind of be shocked. Wait, so people would attack quirks right there, things like that, offense, they don't work, and only people with mutation and defense and like things like that are not capable for attacking are able to work? Damn. As Bakugo would just grin his teeth, he would just punch the table. What the fuck is actually going on? So you're telling me right there I can't use my quirk anymore? As right there, Yubi would say like, not exactly. It just says right there that, like, we can't pretty much, like the news says that you can't use your quirk. So that means right there, like, it's obviously that means that you still have your quirk, but it didn't say right there you lost it forever. It just said it stopped working. So we don't know right there. Like, who knows? Probably your quirk will actually come back to you in a couple of days, things like that. It didn't say right there your quirk is actually gone forever. So just keep your hopes up. Abaco was just like, whatever. So how come your quirks are still working? Huh? Izuku? After that, Izuku would say like, huh? Well, I actually don't really know. And Bakugo was like, don't give me that shit right there. You obviously know right there what's going on if your quirk is still working right there. As he would actually go and grab Izuku right there, ready to pick a fight. Yumi was actually about to attack as, like, Bakugo would just throw a punch with Izuku just catching it. He would just twist his arm right there and Bakugo would just fall to the ground to his knees. Izuku, like, just right there, like, a demanding tone, he would say like, listen here, Bakugo. I actually don't know what's actually going on, but things here have changed. If you actually really want to have to complain how my quirk is working, I actually couldn't give a shit. You think I know what's actually going on here? Heck, if I knew, I would have just got everybody out of the school and there would be no jiffy and a hurry. So listen here. I actually right there don't care if you're the biggest, baddest guy here. Well, if you want to stay here, fine. But I'm gonna find a way out of here. So right there, piss off. As he would say right there, letting go of Bakugo's arms. Bakugo was just like, went in pain. And he, like, like he was about to actually, like, attack Luku again. But right there, like, two of Bakugo friends would just hold him back, like, chill, Bakugo. Come on, Izuku obviously doesn't even know what's going on, man. We should just find a way out of here. So, do you have a plan to get out of here? As right there, Izuku would say, like, well, to be honest, right there, we actually thought we actually might take, like, a vehicle of some sort. Kind of right there, the school bus. The one outside. He's like, oh, that's actually an easy way right there. Like, that's actually the best way to escape. But where are the keys? I actually don't know. They should be around here somewhere. As right there, Miss Shizune would say, like, if I actually recall, they actually keep them right there inside, like, the key drawers. As right there, like, you would say, like, where's that? It's just right there up there inside the cabinet. If it's actually not there, then I actually don't know what we're actually gonna do. As right there, like, they'll go and check it, but to their surprise, right there, like, okay, there was no key. And they would say, what? There's no key in here. Mr. Lune, are you sure right this is the place that they actually keep the keys? Because what I'm seeing is an empty fucking cabinet. And right there, Mr. Lune says, like, well, that's the last place I remember. Either right there, like, somebody took it, or, oh yeah, either right there, like, the janitor has it. Right there, they would just, like, sigh, like, oh my god. The janitor took it? How easily he was supposed to find a janitor now? I'm not going out there looking right there for any janitor and then getting my fucking, like, body eaten. Heck no. Whoever right there should actually go, I actually vote right there Zuku. I mean, he has a quirk. And also Yumi too. As right there, like, as Zuku said, like, hate to break your bubble, but I ain't going out there by myself. Heck, we actually don't know what those things are. We don't know what they're capable of. Heck, we don't even know if they die, they are still able to use their quirks. That's something I'm not actually going to risk, Izuku would say. And Zuku would say, like, so how do we get the fuck out of here now? Izuku just think, heck, Maybe I can actually hotwire the car. And how are you supposed to hotwire it if we can't get inside? Easy. We just break down the door. You me? You actually with me? And she was just nodding, saying like, yeah, I'm always with you. Well, that's basically it. Well, that's actually the best option. And they said, do you even know how to drive? One of Bakugo goons would say. And Bakugo would say like, heck, if it's anybody's drive, it's actually gonna be me. I'm actually gonna be driving the fuck out of here. That's right there, like what? Mr. Zuna said like, I pretty much think it'd be better if I drive. You guys don't know probably how to use the steering wheel. And Izuku said like, well, to be honest, I actually do know how to drive. I actually been learning how to drive like like quite a while. I was actually about to even take my driving test. I took it about like how many times, but like I never passed. So like, but I'm a decent driver, things like that. For the yeah, and like Yumi would say like, well, it's better if you let Mishizune drive because I'm definitely not actually gonna let you drive. And Zuko would say like, fine. After that, days like one of Bakugo goons would say like, so how do we get out? The place is actually just barricaded. Like, are we gonna remove them or what? And Suzuki would say like, it's obviously we're gonna have to remove those things. I mean, we're not gonna go right there out the window. That's actually gonna actually just you know increase our like odds right there not even getting like far. It would just make too much noise. And plus, we can't actually right there fit through that tiny gap. So obviously, we're gonna go through the way we came in. As they would just start removing the place, but slowly and quick, like slowly at a steady pace, they would start right there, like like walking through the school halls. As 2 hours would pass, as they would actually like what see right there some like dead, as like Yumi would just shoot her neons light, just evaporating them right there quickly. This went on right there, Suzuki right there just using right there his powers and also Yumi. They will just pretty much right there just attack the dead, not try to actually make too much sound. Eventually right there they will actually make it outside. As right there to the front exit. As as they're actually going outside, they will actually see something. They will hear right there rumbling going along. As like what? They will actually like turn and they will see something that actually shocked them. They will see right there a giant freaking undead, about right there 8 feet tall, fully on right there walking around. And pretty much it was just right there holding and right there like that like 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 a headless body right there, and he pretty much was just munching right there, something right there like like the dead victim's head, and blood just start drooling down right there his face. One sec, guys. I'm actually gonna show you the picture right now. Basically, guys, this is the picture. This is what they are seeing. The moment they see that giant right there, behemoth of a dead, they actually go back inside, close the door quietly, and they hide behind the wall, right? Away from the door. At the moment they did that right there, the giant behemoth right there just walked past them. But before he actually walked past them, he just walked up to the door. And he pretty much right there walked like away from it. And he started walking like around. At the moment right there, that thing left, everybody's eyes just starts like it just widened. After right there, everybody was saying like, "Oh, what the heck was that? Was that a dead? That was definitely right there. Somebody right there with no, I would like that was somebody's. That was definitely not somebody's quirk. And if they actually did right there have it right there, we would definitely realize it. No, man, that thing, that that was actually a huge dead person. How can somebody right there be that big?" As one of the Bakugo goons will say, "Oh, come on, man. It's gotta be a joke. I actually don't want to die. I actually don't want to die." After that, he like the person was there. He would just go down to his knees, like he would slide behind the wall. He would just like lie on it as he would just wrap himself inside a ball. He would just start crying. After the Bakugo was like, "What the fuck are you actually crying for?" Get your shit up together. And right there, he like the person who was crying would just get up right there. He grabbed Bakugo by the face and pinned him to the wall. Are you fucking stupid, right there? Stop actually trying to act tough. Did you not see that thing? We have no chance of even in escaping. That thing right there was rip us to shreds. But I just want to die. I just want to become a hero. I just wanted to right there to see my family. He would say right there, he would start crying. And Bakugo would just shove him to the ground. As he would just fall, Bakugo would score up right there, punch him inside the face, repeatedly over and over again. And right there, two right there, Zuko and Yui just dragged him out and say like, could I have Bakugo? And Bakugo would say like, piss off right there, Zuko. This guy right there was just pissing me off. Crying right there, saying right there he wanted to become a hero. New flats right there, heroes not even coming right there, you dickhead. And right there, crying right there won't even get us out of this. He was acting like a big pansy. If you want to stay here right there. At this point right there, heck, I got a good idea even. And right there, Bakugo right there with this, like, he would just shake right there Zuko off right there and Yumi. He would open up the door. He would drag that person outside, throw him outside. And right there, Bakugo would just close the door, locking it. The person right there that Bakugo threw, he would just start screaming like, hey, come on, man. Let me inside, come on. I'm sorry. But right there, unknown to him, he's crying right there, attracted right there, the giant right there zombie. And right there, he would see him. And right there, the person, like, the guy, like, one of Bakugo's goons, like the one Bakugo threw outside, he would look behind him. He would see the giant freaking behemoth. And he would just start banging on the door. Come on! Let me in! And right there was like Zuko right there was about to open the door. And right there, like, what? Bakugo hold him back, like, see right there, Zuko? Like, it's actually his fault. Just let him die. And Zuko just punches him right there. And right there, like, Bakugo would just lie, he would fall on the floor. And Zuko would just quickly open the door. He pretty much dragged the person inside, lock it. But unknown to him, right there, the giant behemoth knows there's someone there. With one punch, he would just break down the door on the wall. Right now, there's actually a huge wall right there, like, for them to get inside. The behemoth sees them. He would let out a giant roar. He would just charge straight, after them. And Zuko and his group of friends, they would actually just grab that thing, like, they would start running. And they would say, like, what the fuck, Bakugo, what did you do? But unknown to him, right there, while they're running right there, groups of zombies start right there swarming the hallway. Zuko would just take his metal bat, charge it up with his electricity. He would keep on whacking them right there, left, right, center. Right there, their heads would just start blowing up. The moment right there, they made contact with Zuko's metal bat, they would instantly blow up. Well, not literally, but, like, once he had to smash their heads, it would just, like, blow up. Not their whole body, so, yeah. And, Yumi would do the same, too. When Miss Shizuna and Shizuna stayed in close to them, well, as Bakugo goons would just start running, they would take right there a left turn, but one of them would actually take a right. And Zuko would say like, hey, you're going the wrong way. And he's like, shit. He would go right there, running back right there the other way, but unknown to him, he would grab by something right there big, with big hands. And Zuko would say like, shit. And right there, before he can even go right there save him, the person would just actually fully on right there, take the giant behemoth, would just go quickly right there, squishing him right there. His whole body would actually start crunching right there, start breaking. And right there, he would just pass out after that massive squeeze that he actually did. But he would just rip right there, half his body to, the giant behemoth, he would just rip his hat, his top body off. He would completely, not kind of rip it, but he would eat it. He would just pretty much rip it off by just his teeth. He would just start eating right there his top part of his body. And Zuko would just look in horror. What the fuck? And right there, the giant behemoth would just swallow the rest right there inside his mouth. Blood just starts leaking down his face. And he would see Zuko. Zuko was just petrified. And he would just start running. And right there, as he did so right there, more of them would start coming. The hallway was actually swarms of them. And Zuko right now and his group were pretty much surrounded. They were actually right there, surrounded by a group, just by a wall. and also right there the zombie, and also a giant behemoth coming towards them. And Zuko would say, shit, what the fuck are we supposed to do now? Bakugo, what the fuck are you actually doing? Like, this is all your fault. Like one of Bakugo goons would say, like, chill the fuck out. He was crying right there like a big pansy. You really think right there will stay with some weaklings? Heck, do me a favor, and you two right there will just sacrifice yourself and save my ass for once in your life. What the fuck, dude? I thought we were supposed to be friends. What got into you? As you would say, like, can you guys just be quiet? Can you not see that we're actually already surrounded? And a giant fucking zombie is coming towards us. And he was like, good man, we're already finished. What are we supposed to do now? And then Zuko would just actually think quickly. Shit. What am I supposed to do? Shit, wait, that's it. And Zuko would just actually charge up right there his electricity right there. And like, just into one ball. And Zuko said, like, guys, this is actually going to be big. I didn't want to use it because it would attract a lot of actually attention. But right there, get behind me. As they actually did so right there, Izuku would just actually hold up, like, you know, he would just make right there an electric, like, barrier, just, like, you know, like, just an electric, like, you know, shield, like, just to protect himself. As right at the moment he actually did that, he would just throw the electric bomb right there, like, that he was holding inside his other hand. He would throw it right there at this, like, what, inside the middle of, right, the swarms of zombies that was actually coming towards them. The moment where they hit the ground, it only took already a few seconds. Kaboom! A giant explosion would just actually occur. And fully on right there, a huge gateway right there opened up right there. And right there, like, what? Tons of bodies would just start falling from the sky. As like what? Izuku would say, like, come on, quickly! As Izuku would say, and they would actually start running. As the moment where they started running, the giant behemoth would come right there, squishing right there the dead, like the small right there dead people right there, after he ran after them. As they kept on running, they said, like, shit, giant man is actually still on our tail. What are we supposed to do now? And right there, Yuma would just say, like, I got an idea. Izuku, you take the left and I take the right. You two right there, you guys have to find, like, you know, someplace to hide. Me and Izuku will pretty much stall it. They say, like, are you crazy? There's no way you can actually outrun that thing. And Yumi would just say, like, well, I have actually a good way to actually use my quirks. So can Izuku. So pretty much right there, go and hide. Izuku, now. And right there, Izuku would just nod. He would just start, like, running to the right. And Yumi would start running to the left. And right there, the rest of the group would just hide into, like, one right there classroom nearby. Which right there, like, yo, they can hear noises going along outside. As we will go right there on Yumi's point of view. As Yumi will start running right there. And right there, the giant right there, beefy right there zombie will start chasing her. Shit, this guy is actually fast. But still, I gotta try. And right there, she will start activating her neon light. Her whole body will start going into like what? A pink glow. And she will just with fast speeds just go and race like away. Like she was already past the behemoth. And she was just pretty much racing around the school. But the behemoth can actually still see her. Well, kind of like, you know, notice her. Right there, as right there, the light would just start attracting, like, you know, like this, like, you know, like the giant behemoth. And he would just pretty much start racing towards her with his fast speeds. Not that fast, but still fast enough right there for her to actually notice. After that, Zuko right there, we're going to Zuko's point of view. And then Zuko said, like, I know what you're doing, Yumi. As fully already, Zuko would just activate, and you know, like his electricity, his whole body was just covered in it with just fast speeds. He would just go right there, track right there, like the giant behemoth's attention, throwing right there one right there electric grenade, completely exploding on the giant behemoth. And right there, to Zuko's surprise, the behemoth right there was unfazed by it. Well, kind of like, you know, like it actually did suffer some damage, but not right there enough to actually kill him enough. And Zuko was like, shit! As right there, like the giant behemoth would start chasing Izuku. But Izuku was just racing right there. And the whole world just swarms of zombies right there would start chasing Izuku, like, not like fast, like, on the level right there. They can keep up with Izuku, but they're just following him. Like, they're just following the giant behemoth because, like, reasons. And Izuku would just keep on running right there. He would start shooting right there, electric grenades right there. Fully on causing right there, like, shooting at the giant behemoth. And the giant behemoth was just taking blows after blows, but, like, it was actually not slowing it down for some reason. He was taking damage, but it wasn't even slowing it down. What the heck is this thing? Izuku would say. As pretty much right there. Before Izuku right there could even throw right there a next attack, fully over there, like, an attack would just happen right there. Shooting right there the giant behemoth right there face right there, as pretty much right there blinding him right there. And Izuku would just look to his left. He would see Yumi there. Yumi! As he would just rush towards her. And Yumi said, like, we have to blind them. Their eyes. But right there, I actually don't know right there if that actually truly slowed it down or what. But to our surprise, it was actually like, it was just, his eyes were just pretty much right there like, yo, grow back. And he would just let out a huge roar. And as Yumi said, like, how's that possible? And pretty much the giant behemoth would start racing at great speed. No, not that fast, but still. And as Izuku and Yumi would start running together. As they said, like, how are we supposed to actually kill this thing? We're always attracting more attention to ourselves. And Izuku would just have a good idea. Wait, we'll combine our powers right there. We'll just cause right there one giant explosion, completely, right, like, annihilating his head. That gotta kill him. As Yumi would say, like, but are you sure that will work? That thing just freaking just grew back his eyes. And Izuku would say, like, this is our only option, though. And Yumi would just say, like, fine. So how we go along with this? Still running right away from the giant behemoth. As the giant behemoth would just start causing chaos around the place. Destroying buildings after buildings. Eventually right there, Izuku and Yumi would take a sharp left turn. Completely hiding behind right there a building. As the giant behemoth would not actually notice it, like them. And fully on, Izuku would just say, like, well, if I charge up enough right there, electricity right there enough. And right there, you charge up right there your neon light. Shoot it right there as much as we can. Completely right there, annihilating his head clean off. But right there, I think we may have to have one good shot. I think right there, the more we attack it, the more angry it gets. And right there, she would just nod her head, say, like, how are you supposed to have to make it sit still? He's always moving around. And plus right there, there's actually a group of actually mini zombies following it. And Izuku would say, like, damn it, you're right. Heck, I got an idea. And fully on right there, 2 hours, like, no, not 2 hours right there. About right there, 5 minutes will pass. And the giant zombie was still looking around for Izuku and Yumi. He would just pretty much start getting annoyed. And he would actually hear some noise. And he would just follow the noise right there. Along with actually, like, the group of mini zombies. The moment right there, like, they followed the noise right there, it led them right there to one gym. As right there, completely breaking down the door right there, the giant behemoth would start looking around. But he would just look up. He would see right there, like, yo, Izuku there right there with just his, like, like, just a giant right there metal right there tin, like, kind of like what they use for China. Kind of like, if you guys actually seen right there, these tambourines, like, okay, they basically get a giant, like, metal, like, stick and they whack it against right there, that iron thing. I can't actually explain it, guys, but still, some of you guys know what I'm actually talking about. And right there, Izuku would say, like, now Yumi, fully on charging up right there, together, like, together, completely right there, shooting their powerful attack after right there, the behemoth right there face. The moment they did that, completely explosion happened. And right there, like, wow, dust clouds right actually start forming around the gym. But it was soon right there down to see the giant behemoth right there face completely right there blown off. The rest of his body was just fully on drop to the ground. With right there the mini zombies right there going after them. But it was actually like easy for Izuku and Yumi just to take care of them. As right there, it only took about like what 10 minutes. As right there, Izuku and Yumi would just start pounding heavily. Holy fuck, man! If that was only just one, I actually don't want to actually think right there what two is actually going to be like. And Izuku said, like, I know. Shit. Man, if there are more of them outside, then we definitely need right a stronger game plan then. And you will just like sigh like, yeah, we just have to go to the group. I think it's right there. They're out there at one classroom. And Zuko would say like, wait, let's just take a break. He would say huffing and puffing. They would just pretty much just wasted their energy right there, running around, shooting right there this like giant behemoth for about how many minutes now, not doing any damage until now. As right there, they would stay there for about 7 minutes. Until right there they were actually ready to have to get back. The moment right there they actually got back, they actually right there walked into the classroom to see right there like, yo, they're not even here. How come? That's right there. Do you actually just hear something? Hey, Izuku! Yubi! Look, up here! As they would just look up, do you see like Bakugo's goons right there, like on top of just the bridge right there, kind of like the one in High School of the Dead right there, pretty much kind of like that. Like the first time they Hasashi and Ray just fought right there like that teacher zombie. He's like, hey, that's actually wait, they got up there? Great. I do fully on get up there. And I do say, heck, what happened to that giant right there behemoth? And Zuko and Yubi say like, we took care of it, but we are really tired. Man, I think I wasted right there the rest of my electricity. I'm gonna need to charge it up right there. Probably find right there a car, whatever, steal right there its powers. Don't worry, I'll be back to full strength soon. And you be the same thing. They say like, Jesus Christ, man, I'm glad that's over. Bakugo, what the heck? What do you think you're doing? You nearly got yourself killed. And Bakugo was like, shut up right there. This guy would be a pansy. Right there, I wouldn't have to hesitate 1 second right there if one of you guys were crying. And Zuko was like, what the heck, Bakugo? Just because he was crying right there, you throw him outside? You're crazy. We need to work together right there if we want to get out of here alive. You just right there, just like a chances right now of even getting to the bus are even slim. Those right there mini zombies right there that we were struggling before, they're now right there all over the place. We don't know where they actually are now. They're pretty much right there waiting right there around the corner. Dude, what? How are we supposed to get to the bus now? As right there, Yumi would say like, well, we could actually just try. Just right there make a run for it. To be honest, I can actually see it from here. To be honest, I think it's actually the only option we already have. And Izuku would decide, saying like, fine. I guess right there we're just gonna have to run to the bus then. And they would just pretty much nod as they was just sprinting to the bus. Well, just getting down safely, trying to find like a way out. They will actually eventually find right there like an exit right there that they can actually escape from. And they will just completely rush towards the bus right there. The moment they actually started running right there, the moment they were outside inside the open, so like some of the zombies can actually hear the footsteps like running, and they can actually smell right there like they're living set they're living, and they will actually start walking towards them. And Zuko's like, God damn it, they already noticed us, but they were already to the bus. And Zuko would try to open it right there, but it was actually locked. Shit! And Zuko would just take his metal body. He'd say like, well, I always wanted to do this. He was just fully on smash right there the side window, putting his hand through the broken glass right there. Not cutting himself, but he would just unlock the the door. Fully already, he would open it, and everybody would start getting onto the bus. And Suzuka would just get inside the driver's seat, and Michizune would just close the bus beside him. And she would just say like, well, can you hotwire it? And Suzuka said like, yeah, just give me cover. And right there, they would say, how are we supposed to have to get cover? We don't even have weapons. Yumi would say like, I can try. She would say right there as she would open up the window. Some of them would start coming close to the bus, and she would start using her nails and like shooting right there their heads clean off. As Izuku would just finally get the car to start right there he would just pretty much hotwire the car, making it turn on. And Izuku said like, finally, so it's all ready for you. And he would just get up right there, and Michizune would just start the engine, not waiting for a complete second right there. charging right there, like like just speeding like ahead of like the dead, fully on running down right there any dead people that come across her sight. And like the gate right there, like that she thought she completely crashed into it right there. Not for them like like to get any seriously injured, but like not the bus or anyone, but just the gate just fully on just barged open, kind of like the one from the anime from the High School of the Dead. As she would just start driving off, and everybody inside the bus would just take a sigh of relief, like, oh my god, damn, we finally got out. Oh, dude, I actually thought we weren't even gonna make it alive. One of Bakugo goons would say. I think that's right there. Like the person right there that Bakugo threw outside, he would say like, "Oh, t- thanks, Izuku. Oh, you really saved my ass." And he would say like, "No problem, man. But I'm sorry to say this, but your other friend didn't make it." And he would say like, "Yeah, I, I know." After the Bakugo said like, "So what the fuck now do we do?" And nobody would just answer the Bakugo. And Bakugo would just say like, "Hey, I'm talking to you. What are we supposed to do now?" And Izuku would say like, "Shut up, Bakugo. This is all your fault. If we weren't ready, if you kept patient, or like like if you weren't so like rash and try to sacrifice your friends to that giant behemoth, we won't be getting into this mess. I will actually still have enough power right there to fully on right there like get out of here, or fully on like like I actually don't know." And right there, Bakugo would say like, "Huh, you're out of words, huh? I guess you're actually just tired." As Yumi would just go on, she would just say like, "What the heck was even that? I thought he was like your friend, Bakugo. You just throw him under the bus like that?" And Bakugo said like, "I'll do anything right there just for my own survival." After the group, Izuku and Yumi and the rest realized that, like, Bakugo is actually not a smart person to keep on, like, with them inside that group. He pretty much for them will just sacrifice he pretty much will just sacrifice them to save his own skin. Heck, what a right there, like what a piece of shit. They knew Bakugo as the arrogant person type, but, like, not that evil person just to abandon right there his, like, friends. As like what? As they actually kept on driving for about like how many minutes, they would just spot the city. Like they would just spot the city. It was in complete ruins, guys. Like the sky was pretty much dark. Smoke would actually start coming out. People on the street would start screaming, yelling, as right as the dead would just start walking. And Zuko just looks out. What have this world has come to? But guys, I'm actually going to be ended here. This has actually been part 2 of What If Deku Was Inside the Apocalypse. I hope you guys actually enjoyed this. I'll be uploading right at my next, probably my Naruto What If next. So guys, if you want part 3 of this, let's get the video to like about like 100 likes again. And we'll just see how it actually goes from there. This is actually going to be a good series, guys. And I hope you guys like, subscribe, and I'll catch you inside the next one. Peace.